Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rekt Capital and welcome back to another video here on the Rekt Capital channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Today we're going to be focusing on why I think Polkadot is going to rally to $70, at least $70, and that is quite a conservative estimate based on what I'm seeing here in the price action. So if you want to see more videos like this in the future where I just look at more coins individually and give in-depth analysis on them, leave a like. Just let me know that you're enjoying these videos. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe for more videos like this in the future. Without further ado, let's dive right into this video. This is essentially a chart that I shared in the Rekt Capital newsletter where I segmented DOT's price action into two distinct phases. You have a consolidation period and you have a trend acceleration period. Now, a consolidation phase often sees DOT just really go sideways for multiple weeks at a time. And then you see it trend accelerates briefly before entering another consolidation period. And then once that multi-week sideways period resolves itself, then we see yet another trend acceleration phase where we see price expand towards the upside before entering another consolidation phase, and so on and so on. So essentially here, the market dynamics here, market participants are essentially reaccumulating inside these consolidation phases. These are essentially small pauses in the trend where we see a lot of buyers exchange coins with one another, buyers and sellers just exchanging, negotiating with one another. Is it a good buy? Is it a good sell? Is it a good buy? And whatnot, until the buyers prevail for a price expansion move before we see the same sort of negotiation go on for multiple weeks. But these consolidation periods have historically figured as a small pause in an otherwise healthy growth cycle. This consolidation phase is really important to just giving people time to reaccumulate, people to shake out of their positions if they don't want to hold any longer. And essentially this is where we see price, or at least the coins, move away from the impatient, the impulsive, the jittery, more panicky investors, where these coins move from those investors to the patient, strategic, forward-looking investors who are more cool, calm, collected about holding price, or at least the coins, when price isn't doing much. So this is essentially a transfer of wealth to the people who are happy and patient enough because they believe in the project, they believe in the price expansion that's yet to come for DOT, and of course they are always rewarded for this trading psychology, this investing psychology. That's a sort of mental mindset that gets rewarded in this market. So these consolidation periods are bull flags. These are really bullish structures. Even though you see long downside wicks, which are pretty much designed to wick you out of your position just for you to shake out and panic sell your DOT, because there are many people who are bargain buyers who want your DOT, and it's up to you and totally within your locus of control whether you sell it to them or not. So it's all about holding, having diamond hands and just keeping your DOT and holding for the inevitable uptrend that comes later on. So these are bull flags, and these bull flags are essentially consolidation periods which precede trend acceleration every single time. So we've seen a bull flag over here for multiple weeks and then trend acceleration. And then we have seen a consolidation period form for a while. So this was a chart that I shared in the Rekt Capital newsletter, just segmenting DOT's price action into these two distinct phases. And ever since then, we saw a multiple week consolidation phase. As per history, this one was a little bit more extended, which is fine, still quite a volatile period, lots of wicking and lots of volatility inside this consolidation range, but nonetheless, very much in line with history, very much nothing out of the ordinary in any case. And essentially what I spoke here about, this is a chart that I later shared on Twitter as well, that DOT tends to have periods of expansion and trend acceleration which result in at least a 70% move towards the upside. So whenever we see DOT consolidate inside a bull flag, and once it breaks out from this bull flag, we see at least a 76% move before it transitions into another bull flag, into another consolidation period after that really explosive trend acceleration. So the most recent move was one of the most explosive ones, where we saw a 122% upside. So in the past, we've seen 70% moves, 76% moves, and 122% moves, the most explosive ever. But I do like to be conservative, and I'm conservative in saying that we'll probably see a 70% move, because this is what conservatively we've seen in the past, even though this is possible as well, especially in such a exponential and euphoric bull market that we're in at the moment. In fact, we're not at a euphoric stage of the bull market. People are really optimistic and hopeful, but we're still nowhere near the macro euphoria that are gonna press price to really crazy levels. So 122% is possible in this bull market, but let's be conservative for now. So as DOT is now in the process of breaking out from its multi-week consolidation period right over here, it's now testing the range high of that consolidation period as a support, which is fantastic news because we've seen this in the past as well, before that 122% move, right? So we tend to see these successful retests, like we're seeing right now possibly, but sometimes we don't see those retest attempts at all. So this is when price is extremely bullish. When it's extremely bullish, no retest attempt at all. But now we've got the gift of that retest attempt, and it's great because we're seeing a sustainable uptrend confirm itself. And that's really great because now it's setting itself up nicely for price acceleration and trend continuation. So it is following this blue pathway quite nicely, and that's why I believe if history repeats itself, we're going to see at least a 70% move for Polkadot to reach a new all-time high of $68 or $70 to be more general. So this is fantastic price positioning for DOT right now. Needs to hold here, and it will follow the blue path to new all-time highs and price discovery. Really interesting price positioning right now, and at least a 70% move lies ahead to $70. But if we do see a 122% move repeat or anything above 70%, we're probably gonna see something really, really bullish. Higher than $70, higher than $80, higher than $90. It could even lead to a $100 plus Polkadot. That's how bullish this coin is at the moment. Fantastic price positioning for trend acceleration going forward. Needs to hold here, and we're going to see that confirmation of the trend going forward. So now that we've talked about Polkadot on the USD pair, let's talk about it on the BTC pair, which is also quite a bullish coin because I've been covering this one on the Rekt Capital newsletter, talking about how Polkadot BTC is forming a U-shaped reversal, and since then we've seen a 130% price appreciation in Polkadot. And what Polkadot is doing right now, discarding this upside wick, we are now in a period of, well, we've seen new all-time highs right over here last week, but we're struggling to test those old all-time highs, the candle-bodied all-time highs, as a support. So we are rejecting from this blue level right over here, but we are inside this range, red to blue range. And it's going to be interesting. Will we see a revisit of this red level, even at maximum this red level, before returning to this blue level to just challenge for another breakout? That remains to be seen, but we are very close to those all-time highs for DOT. We are seeing a bit of a dip. So once we actually see Polkadot on the USD pair resolve itself at this very key level, so this is actually a chart that I posted on April 3rd, and now we're actually seeing this blue pathway take place. Once we resolve here and move towards the upside, then the BTC pair, and the BTC pair is going to finish up its dip, wherever that dip may dip to, and then it's also going to challenge for these new all-time highs and want to enter price discovery. So BTC, the BTC pair here for DOT is lagging behind the USD pair, so this one's going to be the most important one to watch out for because it's going to set the trend, set the tone for what to expect from both of these USD and BTC pairs. So a massive move lies ahead for DOT as long as it holds here and exhibits price strength confirmation. And let's just see how DOT holds the range high as a support. Historically, it's done very well in doing so, and it has preceded fantastic upside for DOT in the past, and that may very well be ahead in the future for DOT as well, not only on the USD pair but also on the BTC pair as well. And that's about it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Consider leaving a like, of course, if you enjoyed this video, so that I know that you'd like me to provide and produce more content like this in the future. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more videos like this in the future as well. I'm Rekt Capital, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Speak to you soon.